House Speaker Nancy Pelosi continued her refusal to deliver articles of impeachment to the Senate Monday, drawing out the timeline for a trial. Pelosi tweets, "The House cannot choose our impeachment managers until we know what sort of trial the Senate will conduct." President Trump blocked his own witnesses and documents from the House, and from the American people, on phony complaints about the House process. What is his excuse now? During the impeachment inquiry in the House, Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler and Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff refused to compel the very witnesses Pelosi is referencing through the courts. They said they didn't have time to wait on the courts to make a decision about whether top aides to President Trump could be forced to testify, that this was an emergency and a process so essential to the security of the country that it could not wait to move forward. Now, Pelosi has completely stalled everything. President Trump, who is in Florida this week, responded almost immediately to Pelosi's efforts to control how the trial is conducted. Then our president fires back. Pelosi gives us the most unfair trial in the history of the U.S. Congress, and now she is crying for fairness in the Senate, and breaking all rules while doing so. She lost Congress once, she will do it again. Last week Majority Leader Steny Hoyer announced no additional votes will be taken in the House until January 7. The Senate trial, before Pelosi chose to hold the articles, was expected to start on January 6. In the meantime, Harvard law professor Noah Feldman, who testified in favor of impeachment on behalf of Democrats, argues President Trump isn't actually impeached until the articles are delivered. Trump has made possible a revolution in conservative thought and principles. He has inspired a new generation of conservatives to assert themselves, to rethink old loyalties and allegiances, and most of all to repudiate the worthless conservatism that came before him. Isn't it nice to hear someone speak plain truth? It's something fading from our world, the courage to speak common sense without qualification, without the expected self-flagellation ordained by effete fools who set the rules everyone is supposed to follow. It's also what makes Donald Trump a hero to millions of Americans. Trump's impeachment Eve screed directed at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is a reminder of why he was elected, why his supporters will never abandon him, and why he is the man best suited for this political moment. It is a righteous, angry indictment of a political class as little in touch with the unvarnished truth as they are with reality. Nobody who has witnessed the last 3 years of vicious, deranged, palace intrigue could dispute Trump's charges. The president recounts how, for 3 years, the left has gone to war with him and the Americans who support him in a relentless insurgency, one in which no collateral damage has been costly enough to demand truce, no body of facts formidable enough to penetrate their delusions. After putting the nation through years of torment with the Russia collusion hoax, Democrats threw Robert Mueller into a shallow grave and pretended like the most covered news story of the decade never happened. No mea culpa, no self-reflection, they simply moved on to the next hit job. Not even the Inspector General's report, which proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that the FBI spied on an innocent man and destroyed his life, was enough to extract some measure of contrition.